Greetings, comrades. Welcome back to Jungle Heat, Clan Wars Season 2 Attack Episode, I believe, 9. We're going to guess at that. I skipped one, and so I'm just going to jump into the next skirmish tournament that we got going on here. And instead of going from the top down, I'm actually going to go from the bottom up so we can see what we got going on. I'm in 6. I haven't attacked at all. I've lost 53 points in 4 attacks, so it's not too bad. I'm going to skip our level 81 for the sake of being fair when I get to that point, but I am going to visit Bebo. Bebo is going to be the first base that I attack, and let's see what we've got going on here. So, consistent with what I've done in the past, I always look at spiders, and I see what they're running. So we have fire rounds, the incendiaries, and one freeze round. So, my airstrikes are probably going to be around here in the middle in hopes to stack and take out the spider gun. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a good place to deploy my troops. I think I'm going to go down here in the south corner, because if I take out the briefing center and this old watchtower, it should take me straight into the flame tower and get a nice good deep hole into the base. And then from here we'll kind of see what we got going on here. But before we do, I'd like to point out a couple things. Obviously we have 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 full monuments of protection. Nope, only 4. So it is worthy for us to go back and do the clan view just to see what we're running up against, because this might alter our strategy a little bit. So as always, go to the bottom and we'll just pull up our clan info and see if we can find Bebo here. And we'll scroll some more, and eventually we'll get to him. He'll be somewhere. Number 35, and we'll visit. Hopefully has those same monuments out. I believe that he does. Increased gun damage 6%, which is reasonably legit. We have increased spider round by 1. We have a maxed out one with unlimited capacity, not too concerned about. And the last one is attack to troops, so I would say he's got 1 legitimate monument. The others are meh, kind of okay. Nothing I'm too concerned about. But before we do, I came unprepared. We actually have to do our monument swap. So we'll just pull out our attack monuments here, and if you're curious, I've got the 1.5 range attack on the airstrike. I also have, let's see, the chance to deal additional damage on the airstrike. Now the thing is though, is I believe if you stack these, they don't really work, so you can't get both of them at the same time. That's speculation, but I've seen a couple replays where somebody utilizes an airstrike, and unfortunately they just don't get that benefit of the doubt, including this, the airstrike ability, larger radius, increased damage. I also don't believe that that stacks. And the last one is going to be irrelevant because it's not going to be consistent with our attack strategy, so I'll just arbitrarily pick this one. It's more for peace of mind. And we'll pull up our tournament tab and we'll see what we can do against Bebo. So, before we attack, one last thing, I actually do want to activate an attack blueprint. This is also beneficial as well, increased 10% health. That is something that I believe to be important, because you just never know. You never know when that 10% is going to make the difference. So, nonetheless, let's see what we can do. So, as always, I'm going to deploy sappers, but I'm going to do them down here, where I expect to deploy my troops. And we'll just see if we can take out some targets. And we'll just scatter them all over. Have a little bit of fun. Nothing to it. You just kind of let them go wherever. And it appears as though the vortexes are following at least somewhat of the strategy we want. Got a nice good deep hole going on here towards the middle of the base, and this is good. This makes me happy, knowing that in a very short time we're going to be putting a tremendous amount of pressure up here onto this middle mark. And so I thought I would just maybe open up a hole or two and get a couple more sappers, as these guys are probably going to be going around this side over here. And maybe we'll just throw a couple heroes and see what kind of damage they got going on. Nothing too fancy. And they might get hung up a little bit on a wall, so you throw a bomb here or there. Uh, Nothing overly complicated. And maybe we'll spread our heroes out a little bit. Maybe we'll attack them on two fronts. Kind of go back to history class when we think about Civil War, General Patton or General Lee or General Ulysses Grant, and there you have it. You have yourself a beautiful little 3-star. So, this concludes what I believe to be episode 9, and we'll try the next target. Again, we're going to skip our level 80 some odd friend just for the sake of being fair, and we'll reconvene here shortly. So, stay tuned. Thanks for watching.